Hey guys, what's up? I love having the aux, and I think everyone is gonna be asked to have the aux at one time in their life. So I wanted to review my official, I forget the number, seven responsibilities of having the aux. And this is absolutely comprehensive. I have thought this through. Okay, number one. Ready? It is, we're starting subjective. You have to know the vibes, and obviously you're like, okay, what does that mean? Know the vibes. Here's what you mean. And these are the, sorry, starting objective. These are the objective vibes, right? This is possibly and by what I mean by this is, first of all, the vibes that you can easily define, and also when it comes to the music you're playing, this is like the mood, excuse me, and the feeling, and maybe the content, the lyrics of the songs. This is not the genre, but vibes, and this is objective. This is the first thing you need to know. This is the first responsibility of having aux, objective vibes. So this is the location where you are. Like, is it a song about, are you like by the beach? Do you want to play a song that has to do with being at the beach, or it feels like the beach, right? Um, uh, Time or day. Are you playing Good Morning Waking Up song? Are you playing is it someone's birthday? You playing Happy Birthday by the Beatles, right? Um, Weather and or precipitation. So maybe rainy day vibes or sunny vibes, right? Season, songs that feel like the autumn, but do you need to have that? That's just about everything. I think I thought of a few more earlier, but just objective vibes based on like place and what's going on. Next, subjective vibes, right? This is knowing, and I might be skipping a step. I'm sorry if I am. I forget. Honestly, I forget. Um, but this is like knowing, okay, oh yeah. This is how knowing how everyone's feeling. Okay. So again, vibes, but subjective. Okay. And this also involves a little bit, this leads into the next one, which I haven't said yet, but it involves like, so are you with one person and are they feeling sad? Okay. Do they want to stay sad? Do they want to feel happier? How's everybody feeling? How do they want to feel now? That kind of stuff. What mood are we looking for? Read the room, know what kind of vibes we're looking for. Not much else to elaborate there. Are we dancing? Are we happy? Are we sad? How do we want to feel based on how we're already feeling? Number 3, also about reading the room, a little bit more objective now, is knowing the taste of your audience. Know your audience, right? Now this ties into genre more. This is our first responsibility, number 3, that has to do with genre. Nothing before, when I talked about vibes, had to do with genre. Any of those categories could be any genre, but now we're getting genre specific, or even song specific, right? So, if it's just you and one other person, maybe you have very similar taste, and you just want to play a playlist that is a good mesh of your taste. A Spotify blend is, I think, a good use of this. Or maybe you want to play music that's just that for them. But I would not do this, and I will get to this later. What I would do though, I always, and we'll talk about this later, always represent you. That is key. So, is it maybe two people, very opposite tastes? Okay, maybe we have to compromise here. Maybe two very similar people, and we can just play the same kind of stuff with a little bit of like added different stuff. All right. Maybe are you playing for a huge group, a party, uh, any event? You know what I mean? Maybe you're gonna need some generic stuff, some crowd pleasers in there. It's important, and But I'll talk about this later. Cater though. Cater to the when you're doing this, cater to the event. That's the objective part. Cater to how everyone's feeling. Maybe it's a specific party. Maybe you can tell some people's taste. Maybe add a few songs in for the people that you know. Be a nice aux host. You know what I mean? That is responsibility 3. So it is first, objective vibes, subjective vibes, objective taste. Finally, number 4, responsibility 4, subjective taste. This is what you like. Never sacrifice what you like for other people. When you have aux, when someone lets you have aux, they want to know what you like. They want to figure out who you are. Aux is awesome because you get to tell people who you are and they get to figure out who you are. Music looks into the soul. Can tell you so much. Can tell you about someone's politics, maybe. Can tell you about how they interact with other people, how nice they are, how open are they. It can tell you what they like to listen to when they're like, how they like to feel when they're sad, how they like to feel when they're happy. Do they like to dance? Do they get poetic with it? Are they soft? Are they abrasive? You know what I mean? Music tells you everything about someone. Do they like catchiness? What do they like? You know what I mean? And even there's so much more when it comes down to the nitty gritty of it. Like that I just didn't even get into. And it's much more than that. I just said like the most base layer stuff. But never sacrifice your taste when you have aux, because aux is about you. Be proud of yourself, love yourself. That's a different conversation. Ready? Okay? Always include your taste. Now, if you're just with one person, they can. If you put on music that's just their taste and not any of yours, why do you even have aux? Let them have aux. That is a loser kind of mentality. Give yourself the spotlight. Do you hear me? You know what I'm saying? I've just done this many times, and I'm sure people have done this too. Don't like at that point giving someone else the aux, and if you're given the choice, no, I mean what you can do for fun, you can pass the phone around, have someone put in a song, but then make sure you put in a song too. That's just a big thing. Implement your taste, and be proud of your taste. Number 5 or 5th responsibility. No new music, like as in KNOW, no new music. And warning, I'm not going to force you to do what I do sometimes, where I just try to listen to lots of new albums each year that come out each year, lots of new singles. You don't have to do that. Are you just getting into music now? Have you just been putting it off? Have you never heard any Pink Floyd songs? Have you, or let me put you on this, have you never heard any Taylor Swift songs before? That's a little bit of an exaggeration. Have you never heard any Taylor Swift B-sides? Do you not know Tyler the Creator? You know what I mean? Listen to it. Listen to an album, or listen to like 5-10 songs. So don't have to be on one album. Try new music out often. At least a good amount, maybe at least 10 songs per month. I think that's pretty not hard to do at all. Does not have to be new as in newly released. Try new music, because otherwise you're going to have the same playlist. And one thing I hate personally, I'm sure lots of people do too, is when someone comes around, you give them aux lots of times, and they play the same playlist over and over again. Something else I'd suggest, it's not one of these responsibilities for sure, is make the playlist longer than, if you're making a playlist, make it longer than the time that you have aux. So then, if it ever repeats, people aren't hearing the same songs then. You don't have to go and, if you have the ability to go switch playlists, good for you. But it's just a hassle. So just don't do that. Like, don't do a playlist sorting at the time that you have aux. That's totally, don't do that. Finally, just to go back to that point, keep your playlist updating, or at least make them expansive enough where people are hearing new things each time you have aux, because you want to be given aux more than once in your life. That's number 5, I think. There might just be 6. I don't think there's 7. Number 6 is simply, well, I think I already said be proud of your music taste. Um, there might have been another one, but I think it's really just those, where it's another. Oh, and then yeah, just it's really just like also take aux. One thing I want to say is just like if you're like, man, I don't do any of those 6 responsibilities or 5. Don't be like, oh, I shouldn't have aux, because I assure you, you know at least one song. If you, they can give you aux for one song, and that's awesome. You know, if you only listen to, and no shame to anybody. I'm not shaming any music taste, most music tastes. But if you listen to only like The Living Tombstone, and then what else? There's something else I could like stereotype somebody, but like if you only listen to Living Tombstone and that's the only artist you ever listen to, I'm sure you know Brown Eyed Girl and you like that. If you put that on aux, you're gonna get everyone singing la 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 la. You know what I mean? You know a song that everyone likes and that you like too. So just put that on. Don't be afraid of your taste as well. And also aux again is for you to show your music taste. Love yourself. Know the vibes. Know the vibes of the people. Know what they like. Put your stuff in there. Keep expanding your playlist and your taste so you can put on new stuff. Impress people with your taste. And you don't have to be all underground, but just keep discovering new stuff. That's my advice for you. If you have an aux, that's what you gotta do. Sorry if I forgot anything. Have a good time. Keep listening to music. See ya.